So lately, we didn't actually have any idea. Yet, we figured out from other people that it's been some disturbance. Those folks are not really now conversing with one another any longer, and as a matter of fact, they're both being sued. Me and DJ Envy and Cesar Pena and his better half for land misrepresentation. Basically, someone guaranteeing that they ran off or didn't follow through with a commitment of around $1 million or so. Likewise, in that claim, however, DJ Envy asserts that he personally was really cheated by the penis as much as $500,000. So you got that part, and afterward you got the maligning part. So how about we manage the initial segment? Then we'll go to the slander part where DJ Envy is presently suing Tony. The nearer for criticism for, expressing a few things that he believes isn't correct. So how would you feel when you previously caught wind of the claim? Since we had Caesar on and we clearly expressed been to the land course. Also, by then they were inseparable. Better believe it. Furthermore, they acquainted us with the credit buddy, Jose Rodriguez, I'm saying brought a portion of his product that day, as well as I even ventured to meddle with his credit program during around the time I was purchasing my home, and that's what things like. Also, he does a few incredible things. At the end of the day, that sibling is as promoted. In the event that you have barely any familiarity with credit, he gives you that open way to comprehend how credit functions. Also, it was dope, right? So acquainted us with the home loan sibling, I failed to remember his name. It's not actually ringing a bell as of now, yet, right? Envy was the contact for these individuals. We went there due to Envy's name. We seen Caesar, we seen what they were doing. It was in our space. For hell's sake, we should go look at this and see what they're referring to. Right. Simply new entrepreneurs. We should find out what they got rolling on in our city so we can perhaps see what we can do over here. It was dope. Everything was cool. Like you said, they were in cahoots. Everything was tight. Didn't anticipate that any of this should go down. However, as the years continue and as things start truly coming out showing their undeniable reality, we see that things weren't the very thing they appear now. We never disliked. Caesar had a meeting with him. He was exceptionally cool, extremely generous. However, we're not into the desk work. We've never worked with him to say whether he's misleading or not. Envy. Sort of attempting to move himself away from this present circumstance is extremely telling to me. It gives me punk-ass bitch type energies to simply, in all honesty, since, supposing that things would have went south with Jose Rodriguez and the credit circumstance, I would have quickly taken a gander at the credit due, yet additionally sort of seen Envy like, damn. You didn't improve checking. You are over here advancing this poop and not doing your legitimate examination, and you got individuals around here taking cash from individuals. It's not cool. You understand what I'm talking about? So for him to be somewhat moving away from the circumstance where individuals have contributed and individuals have gotten things done and placed their cash into Caesar, and regardless of whether he's liable, has still needed to be worked out. Yet, in the event that he is liable and Envy takes no culpability for it, I track down that the significantly greater warning, since I feel like he ought to assume some responsibility and liability. Furthermore, the way that he's not sensed to me to the extent that the slander suit right is. I trust that Tony Closer has generally his T's crossed and every one of his passes on I's spotted in light of the fact that Envy must come in there and truly drop a few realities with respect to what he is slandering him on. Definitely. In the event that this is all obvious, its just garments will look generally excellent in this present circumstance. However, we've seen circumstances no irreverence to that sibling, where he was in a circumstance where he could open fellows preceding this, and in view of circumstances and disregard for his sake, it couldn't work out as expected. So I trust that his poo's all's arranged accurately so that assuming Envy's doing some bad poo and some grimy hammerball crap, it can come out the correct way. I believe it will be hard. As I would see it. I'm no appointed authority, I'm no jury. I'm no attorney for DJ Envy to isolate himself from these exchanges, that since when you see it like I was watching the person presence of mind Eli the previous evening, he was really playing cuts, and a great deal of those clasps DJ Envy was the front man, the pitch man, the face, as what Diddy is to Surratt like he's talking Caesar scarcely said a word. You need to come contribute with us. So promptly there you the person who got the stage, the multi-million stage where you're arriving at countless individuals each month, you're welcoming these individuals on your show very much like the same than the doctor. Umar thing. You and Charlemagne and Angelus welcoming him on and presenting him to the fish. It's practically similar to you bringing his casting pole into a copious ocean and putting it inside there and say, go take from these individuals without appropriately checking, similar to you said, these individuals. So it resembles assuming me and you were together and we're pitching something together, isn't that so? This is the most effective way I could likely make sense of it, you understand what I mean? We buy something together. Suppose we was doing land and, yet on the off chance that you or I were to proceed to do some obscure poo. It will in any case be on me. Yet, it's still on you since you embracing me. So you need to emerge. You understand what I mean. Sooner or later and why you didn't emerge and reprove it or decry me. In any case, presently you're attempting to, you're sitting back behind the scenes like everything is cool. You're holding on to talk in court. Presently, you ought to have been reviled this man, since what I hear, I couldn't say whether it's valid. It's now been similar to things have proactively been down before this. Clearly, it does under the steady gaze of you get to court. It must be something that needs to occur. And afterward for you to say you ain't get your cash from Caesar to that is insane. So it will be hard, as I would like to think, for him to disassociate himself, from the entire situation. However, at that point once more, you got Caesar. I need to give his side since I saw a post that he set up. He's basically saying like, look, I ain't do no part of this poop. They, blaming me for I helped many individuals betraying me. At the point when we get to court, we going to see. So that is the story. No one got it done. No one sat idle. You get to court and you get to see the administrative work and crap and see what truly occurred. Be that as it may, I understand what I seen and it resembled they was together, however perhaps they weren't on paper. At the point when we return and find, the disclosure in court, it very well may be unique. So we got to sit back and watch. To the extent that the slander claim, you became cautious. The kind of data that you put on someone's name. So excessively frequently individuals get energized and they run out there with data and they believe that they have it, yet they might make one or two misleading affirmations and that could set you back. Take a gander at Tasha K. I got to bring this up and it's not the very same, however maligning is slander. Assuming you say something about somebody that is false and that articulation is harming, they can get cure. Tasha K. offered expressions about Cardi B that wasn't correct. Furthermore, Cardi B had the option to get solution for that since it wasn't accurate and she demonstrated that it wasn't correct. So you just became cautious. I don't have the foggiest idea how this will wind up, yet it's chaotic as damnation. I believe it's an ideal time since I know there will be certain individuals and deservingly thus, to hear us talk and discuss responsibility and discuss this, and afterwards simultaneously play specialist voices ads before our recordings, they're all going to call somewhat dishonest. Thus, better believe it, we should discuss this.